Morning.
Yeah.
All right, this hangout on air is live. I was kind of wondering about that. You never know with technology. This is Alicia Stringer, and I am out here on a rainy day in Nashville. And I'm so excited about this Millionaire Mindset Hangout because we've come together to focus on empowering each other and to keep moving and growing in the same direction to a millionaire mindset. And I'm just simply a stay-at-home mom that has a daughter that's 8 years old and just focused on making sure that we are always growing in who we are and developing our minds and trying to reach that millionaire mindset to, earn $1 million, to earn bigger things in our lives, to always help each other in the process. So I'm excited to have our special guest and learn different shifts from what people have out there to help them, that helps them move through their millionaire mindset. So we have Keisha out there on our panel, and hopefully Valerie will come out soon, and Greta's with her 6 kids, and I'm not sure haven't heard an update from her on her family. She had some health issues and stuff going on. So Keisha, come out and introduce yourself, and then we'll talk about our special guest today, Muriel.
Sure, I'm super excited. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, comment in the chat on the Hangout if you can see it, or on our website if you can hear us.
Yes, let us know you're out there. Keisha Parker here, live in Philadelphia. I'm actually at my job. I'm in my office. I shut the door because I had to be a part of this amazing hangout today. I know it's going to be phenomenal. And guys, listen, get your notepads ready. Be ready to receive everything that Muriel will be sharing with you. I had an opportunity to meet Muriel at one of our events, the Superwoman events, and she was just phenomenal. I believe it was her first event, and since then she has been on fire. So I am so excited. Mompreneur here in Philadelphia, ready to receive everything that you will share with us today, Muriel. So I'm going to turn it back over to Alicia. Usually Valerie starts us off with her the question we like to ask all of our guests, but I'll turn it back over to Alicia because, like I said, I'm here at work and I can't be that loud. So back over to you, Alicia.
You're working it.
Can you believe it? I'm an accounting manager at a health center.
Oh, nice. And I teach piano. So I want to ask Muriel. She's out in another country because I'm here in Nashville in the U.S. and she's out there in the Netherlands. So it's so exciting to see people all over the world that just that we can connect to and have massive success no matter what. So tell us, Muriel, a little bit about how you found us and found because I found you in Nashville when you were here at the event. And she's like, I've honed down, I've got my target market, I know who I can help, I'm ready to run for it, I'm ready to go for it, and you were just pumped up. I'm so excited to see that and see what happened and what kind of shifts did you have that allowed you to find that, or find exactly what allowed you to just start seeing a lot of results in your business and your life.
Hey, well, thank you first of all for inviting me. I feel so so blessed to be your special guest, and I've seen so many things about you two, so I feel totally honored. And indeed, we've met in Nashville, Orlando. It was actually my second business event visiting, and I had that shifted mindset already from the first event in Orlando, exactly, well, almost 1 year ago. And I, exactly 9 days later, there's always another event, and I saw all that energy in Orlando, and I saw that it really impacted us, my husband and I. We work together so much in our business, in our lives, that indeed we were totally on fire at that next event in Nashville, because it was so true that we heard out there that if you start visiting events and you surround yourself with like-minded souls, with that all that power that's around you, you see success of so many different people from all around the world. That was actually the first shift for us personally, for us business-wise, to understand that it is true to make your dreams come true. It is possible to make your dreams come true because it's all around you on those events. And we were completely newbies on the internet 2 years ago. Exactly 2 years ago, we were not sleeping at night because we hit bankruptcy with our restaurant, and it was not nothing compared with where we are now. And that's so great if you jump back into time and you look to today, what a person can achieve with just, well, a huge part is mindset, having a millionaire mindset. You know, that's the ultimate power to achieve unthinkable things. Yeah. And so actually, your question was, if I'm correct, what was my first important shift, right? I forgot the exact question, actually.
Yeah, there's a shift that you have, like when you're like going aha moments, you start seeing some results because you're going from bankruptcy. I mean, you know, what was that moment that you can think of?
Yeah. Yes. Well, indeed, we started to search online for a solution, but that wasn't, and we started doing all the things that we thought was wise to do. The online business system that we started to work with laid out everything, but that wasn't the moment that we really shifted our minds to, you know, feel like a pit bull, you know, never let go. We didn't have that urgency that time. We knew we were on the right path, but it was the company events and seeing all those people who were actually the trainers in those online training that we were going through every week. That was the aha moment, that like, oh my goodness, they are real people. They're not like actors, you know, doing training. And I don't know, it is just weird how our mind worked before we started to go to event, because you know, your mind can be your biggest enemy when it comes to really changing the way you always have thought. Creating a different mindset comes to go for big change, and that's also learn how to change completely different. I come from a stay-at-home mom and a firefighter dad, and my financial thermostat was extremely low. It was not created to think big financially, and that really changed with working with our online business system in that community, and just surrounding ourselves with people like you. You are amazing, successful marketing ladies as well. By meeting you as well, it really helped us to see that this is a real world, and it's your decision to tap into that and to be able to open your mind for what's out there to learn. You can learn from the training. You can take every step that the system is telling you to do, because it's like all there for you. It's like an education platform as well. But by surrounding yourself with the people who already have achieved a lot of success, that is like the X factor of what created our first big results. And that's from our first sale to having a team now, and seeing duplication in our team, just by teaching them and showing them what they can do to, you know, have that same results. And oh my, 2 years ago, I would have laughed about my own story right now that I'm telling. Like, oh, can I do that? I didn't believe it. But now I know anything is possible, not only for me and for my husband and for our family, for our 2 kids, but for actually everyone.
So yeah. It's awesome. I just wanted to share. So it actually was the power of events that helped you to make your first shift, to help you realize that these people are just like everyday people, just like you and I, that are having the success. And so that just helped you to realize that I can also do this, that I can do this, I can help other people do this. So that's amazing, Muriel. And actually, I remember, I think I met you, not at Nashville, I think I met you in Lake Las Vegas when we were
Right,
at the luncheon, you and Kim. And
right.
since then, I know you have a weekly hangout that you do with amazing guests, and you share awesome and phenomenal value. So I've seen your growth over this short time, in the company that we're in. So that's amazing.
Yeah, you mentioned actually something really, really important. I was explaining about the power of events and how it shifted our minds, but one great example of what visiting these events can bring you is making new friends, making new family. Um, and for example, I have met Kimberly Justice at the event because we shared rooms. Dirk wasn't able to come because we have two kids as well, and we had to figure out who of the two would be going. And so we choose that I would be going, and we got up. Kim and I, we were roomies, and from the first moment that I opened the door, we looked each other for the first time in the eyes, like, oh well, so you're my roomie. We started to work together. There was this magical touch. I don't know why, but I believe it's just meant to be. I was so open to learn, to meet new people, and that time we were not really connected with a team or with a leader, with our own mentors. Were kind of passive. They weren't active anymore, not actively teaching and guiding us. So we're about on our own. I won't say on our own because we were already surrounded by the community, but that moment I found our new business partner, Kim, and we are doing a lot of things together. We share our team. We created one big team. Although we are not beneficially. How do you say that? We're not in each other's downline or something. We're
Right.
just friends. We are just helping out, like the super women connection that you mentioned, Kesha.
That's
So
right.
that's also a mixed group of women from everywhere in the company that just find each other there and empower each other no matter what. Not because that you earn something from doing that, but just to together to help each other. And that is so the beauty of this community. I've never ever experienced something like that. So
And I mean, that's really powerful. And like you said, you were open to receive that. And that's really key because so many people, it's really unheard of what you're saying, that we're within the same industry, we're all entrepreneurs, we all are within the same market, and most of us have the same target market, the avatar. We want to reach the same people. However, we don't have that competitive spirit. We want to encourage people, lift each other up, and we want to share our knowledge and share the wealth of information that we have and our strengths, and we work together. So now you stated you teamed up with someone that you two don't even benefit from each other financially, in the sense that she's not in your team and you're not in her team. But however, when the two of you grow together, you can be so more powerful to help lift up other people, to help other people succeed. And that's what we're all about. And that's why we love you. And we invited you here today because your spirit and your personality was so bubbly when I first met you. You guys just really touched my heart. And I just saw the energy and the passion that you had
oh,
or
thank you so
have.
much. I thank you so much. This is, I don't know what to say. This I only can say thank you, thank you. You put a mirror in front of my face now, and I think, oh, did I? Oh, wow, I did. But this is what can happen when you are open. When you're open for doing everything, uh, for helping others, for making the big change that you desire for yourself, for your family. It's since I allowed myself thinking that I can change my future. Uh, Magical things happened. Like I was meeting you. We start to go to events. We've met Kim. We found team members. Team members found us. It's just, yeah, it's amazing.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
I'm curious, at these events, did you find any particular mentors or anything that, sparked those ideas and just or inspired you in a way that allowed you to put you in the position you're in now?
Yes. Well, we have met a lot of mentors that inspired us. This question, who should I mention? There, it's a very fast growing company, and it's only 4 years young, and new leaders and new mentors are how do you say that, popping up or developing. People are growing, and there are new inspiring people all the time who I see around. But at that first event, um, I was really I was inspired by so many people. There was one girl, there was one story that hit me right in the heart, that really triggered me to do everything that I have in my power to be able to be a stay-at-home mom, to climb out of debt, because she described her situation. It was stage asked to share her story, her why she started her online journey, and she described that she was on the 9/11 plane that crashed as a flight attendant. She called sick that morning with migraine, and that was her moment. She was a mom. She had a 9-year-old boy that time, and she shared that story on stage so right from her heart, that she said this was like a sign that I have get a second chance to make the best out of my life as a mom, and I don't want to do things anymore that I don't want. I don't want to fly anymore, but what can I do? And that was where her idea for um, becoming an entrepreneur, becoming a stay-at-home mom, um, learning how to earn an income from home, working around your schedules of your kids. That was her point in life that changed it all. And when I heard her story, I remember that I was crying, and Dirk was looking at me like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, now I know that we're on the right track." I get emotional again when I share this, but so after that story sharing moment of her, I saw her. There was a break, and we had lunch, and then I saw her walking through those halls, and I was talking with Dirk, and I remember that I dropped everything and I just run to her, and I thanked her for her story, and she was so kind. And that was the first person who I saw on stage, and I know she's really, really successful. She's living in Thailand right now. She's able to help fire the boss of her husband and things like that. Also amazingly inspiring. And they were so kind, and she asked us, well, do you want to have take photos with us? It's okay. And she took time to chat with me, and I thought, this is so great. I saw her on stage. She's just a normal mom, and this helped me to have that aha moment, that what she was able to do, that I can do that too. So then the rest of the event, I saw David Wood on stage, and his weird entrepreneurial, how do you say that, appearance, and but the words that comes from his mouth, um, it really hypnotics. It's really hypnotic, and I remember that he's the guy I learned from. So all those trainings I listened to, and I saw him standing there. I knew that he was right. I knew that if I'm going to do this all, it will work. That will create the goals that I want to achieve. That will create my freedom, and not that of me, but I will be able to teach that to others. So, and of course, so I mentioned Kimberly Vento. She was the first person who I ever speak to who inspired me, but David Wood is my ultimate inspiring mentor. But Lawrence Tam, he inspires me because he is a stay-at-home dad, and that family life thing, that is really, it's my target audience as well. It's the family life. It's the being able to spend all the time in the world with your children, and that attracted me about those two people. But I can mention like 100 names, but yeah, those are just two examples. I'm now connected with Lawrence Tam, because we found out that we have a connection within the how do you say that, compensation plan, that we are connected to each other, and we were adopted in his team. And when we started to, and we found this out actually at an event. If we weren't at that event, we have never ever knew that, so we could not ever be around him in his team, and he's providing so much value, extra value.
Yes.
So again, it starts with going to events. You can be successful without going to events, but the X factor and all the extras that is there to find. That's
I think we have our theme for today.
events.
The power of events, which is so
Yeah.
important. Alicia, I don't know if you want to ask the next question, but we normally ask, personal development is so key and important. What are your daily rituals that you might do in relation to personal development that helps to keep you in the right mindset to reach your goals and to, get into that millionaire mindset, as we like to say?
Oh, great question. Yeah, what I do every day, my online business is there every day. And I not only do things online, but I actually start my day when I open my eyes by an alarm clock. We have two kids, they have to be on time on school. We have, I won't say stress, but it is kind of busy in the morning. But I wake up with that alarm, and together next with Dirk, and we always think about what our goal is, in the nearest future, how our lives will look like, and we just visualize and tell each other those things as if it's today, as if. So we will say, for example, it is raining at that moment of the alarm clock. We will say, "Hi, love. Good morning. Isn't it great that we can just, take our stuff and just go to the beach and have a dive in the beach, in the sea, and have lunch later after we pick up the kids from school, or just go out together." Things that are not that we are not doing today, but our ideal picture of where we want to go to. That's what we tell out loud, as if it is today. That's called affirmations. We do a lot of affirmations. You're asking questions and saying things as if it is already there. And it is all about how you would like to see yourself, your ideal way of living. Because we learn from reading daily, 30 minutes. That's our second thing that I do every day. I read for 30 minutes, or I listen to an audiobook. Because when I'm on the road, I do it with my ears. Although I learned in a book about affirmations. I must look up the title for you if you want to know the exact name of the book. I learned that by doing that, your mind will be triggered to see a way to achieve that. By asking the right questions, your mind will focus on the how-to. And if you, for example, say out loud all the things that you don't like, that you hate, like, "Oh, it's raining, and oh, I have to do this, and oh, my bank account isn't what I want it to be," then your attention goes to that negativity. And then your mind will do everything. It's like a computer. You stuff in that information, and it will work with that information. So if you stuff your mind with those negative information, your mind will do everything to prove that negativity is true, that it is, all not working, and so you create your own truth. So by doing the opposite, we learn that it is really working. It is not only abracadabra or a nice story, but it is actually science. It's scientifically proven that the mind works like that. Absorb positive things, ask yourself the right questions, and you will focus on your mind. You will be able to see and hear things that will bring you there. So
Awesome.
affirmations and reading, and actually do a lot daily. I also work out. I wish I could say I do it every day, but I don't. I must be honest. It's like 2 or 3 times a week. I just go to the gym and work on my physical body, because it creates that endorphin, that the thing that your body is creating. It will make you feel happy, and you will be, if you are in shape, your mind can work better as well, because your mind is like housed. Your soul and your mind is situated in your body, so the body must be in good shape. So for that balance, yeah, I work out as much as I can. Let's say 2 or 3 times a week, and then I do, of course, my marketing, my money making activities. So we are working a lot with Instagram, my husband Dirk and I, and so we set out pictures, and that's all connected to a sales funnel. That's just a techie thing, but just money making activities is a huge part of what we do. I try to write every day an email to my to our email list, but let's say I do it 4 to 5 times a week. That's kind of daily, I think, yeah, and it's really helping. I see the results. I'm growing with this. We're from the Netherlands, and I was always struggling with my English, and I'm a perfectionist, but I just let go of being perfect. I make grammar mistakes, and sometimes I read back my email. I think, oh my goodness, there's not standing, there's a letter wrong, and it's a completely different word, but I just let go of that. So writing emails, put out marketing, money-making activities, that's a daily thing. And of course, training daily would be ideal, but let's say I do it 2 to 3 times a week. I go through a training from our back office to get new information, to be able to apply that in our business. So for example, another daily thing, I would wish that I could say I do it daily, but it's blogging, but I am doing it like free. I try to implement everything that I learned to our email list, or I just put it on my social media. So that's kind of package. I think I shared a lot of stuff. Sometimes,
yes, awesome. Thank you for that. So I don't mean to cut you off. I wanted to share some of the comments that our viewers were saying. Patricia said she met you in Nashville at one of our events, and she loves your enthusiasm and your energy. And we have a Max Gill on, who's so happy for your success and wants to know, what is your most successful marketing technique? But before you answer that question, I just wanted to touch on something, because I'm going to have to jump off of the Hangout. And I want to thank you, Muriel, for sharing so much of yourself today. Really appreciate you. But you talked about affirmations, and I just put a post on my business page how affirmations will make a world of difference in your life, and visualizing what you want. It may not have already happened, but when you visualize how you want your life to be as though it's already happening, you do this thing with your mind, because your mind doesn't know that these things aren't true. But when everything starts with a thought. So if you think it, the universe will conspire to that. And it's so regarding affirmations, I just ran into Danny Yoon. I'm sure you know of him. He's in the 8FM group with Lawrence Tan that you spoke of, and he had a list of awesome affirmations. Now, I actually even brought them with me to work. And what I want to do before I go is just share just a couple of them and how powerful they are. But the very first one that's on the list says, I am the architect of my life. I build its foundation and I choose its contents. And when so many people realize that your life is the way that you want it to be, and that you are the one responsible for it. It's kind of crazy how all of this is coming together, because I'm reading the book Excuses Be Gone, and Dr. Wayne Dyer shares that when you realize that your life needs to be the way you want it to be, not the way that other people want you to have your life. Of course, we're gonna have slings thrown at us and arrows thrown at us, because people are not going to understand the decisions that we made for our lives. But you will feel so much better about yourself when it is what you want. And so, before I go, I just want to encourage everyone out there to do your best to make your life exactly the way that you want it, and start with visualizations and start with affirmations. And there's another thing called affirmations, where you're asking yourself the questions that's going to create the results for you in your life. So guys, with that note, I want to thank you again, Muriel, for joining us. And if you remember the question, I think she says your marketing strategy. You may have answered that, because I know you said Instagram, but if there's anything else you want to elaborate, I'll be sure to catch the replay to hear your answers. And everyone, peace and God bless.
Thank you so much, Kesha. Have a great day.
All right, thank you. Bye, Alicia. Bye, guys.
Wow, she's so great. Can't wait to meet her. I have to plug in my how do you say that? My electricity. My have got to.
Don't die on us.
Yeah.
So is there that last question or anything else you want to share, Muriel?
What was the last question? About my most favorite marketing strategy. Was that the last question?
Yes. Ellen McKilsky, I can't say her last name. They roomed with you and Kim in Nashville, and she wants to know the secrets. What's your most successful marketing technique?
Well, it is exactly that's kind of funny, because last week you had on Justin Holland in your hangout, and Justin is actually our ultimate mentor with Instagram, because we have this amazing training in this organization, in our back offices, and Justin is part of a huge, great one of the newest training, and he covers the Instagram part, and we are just doing step by step what he is teaching us there. Give it our own touch. And actually, I must say, it is really Dirk who's doing the most work, because he really is loving it, and I'm helping him. We are working as a couple. We have 2 kids. We have busy lives, so he's doing all the Instagram marketing things, and I'm doing all the other things, like all the people are coming in. I send the emails. I connect with people. But I see that this is a really great way of getting direct leads and sales just from putting pictures on Instagram, and using the exact strategy that Jen is teaching within our online business system, actually. So yeah, this is how we were really started to bring in new making sales online. That is the magic of Instagram. But there are a couple of strategies that we are using, and that's the blogging. Is what we started to do from the beginning, and what we're still doing. But the fastest way of getting results is Instagram right now. Yeah, that's totally true.
Excellent. And that's so amazing just to see, you plug in and you learn it and you're taking action and connecting it all together with, being at the events, the people, the things you're working on. It's just enlightening to see how all those pieces work together to enable that growth. It just like fill the tribe and it just keeps on growing like that. I love that. So yeah, if any books you reference that that helps you on affirmations, we'd love to know. We do a book each month. With our Millionaire Mindset, we like to review and kind of help each other with that training to help us grow our millionaire mindset. And next week we're going to be talking about the 4-hour work week. Seems like there's a lot of leaders that we had on says, this was the one book that it really impacted them to find this new life that they find to keep their millionaire mindset is this like 4-hour work week by Tim Ferriss, So we're going to be reading that. And if anybody else has read that, we'd love to have you come out, feature you, and, give your little insights from the book or takeaways that you have. We'll see how many people we can get on because the Hangout can hold, 10 people, but we'd like to have, lots of different insights from all sorts of different kinds of people, all walks of life that has been impacted by this book. Because I know it's just one of those, what'd you say, like Bibles out there everybody's been reading and listening to that has really, changed them. Have you read it, Muriel?
Yes, I have read it. Yes. That's actually another shifting thing that really helped us to see what is possible.
Yeah,
that I didn't mention that. I'm really happy that you started about this book. Yeah, it's a life changer. It is.
Totally. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, everybody's got to come out to this one. If not, just come on and learn from everybody's insights from it because it's impacted so many different people. So we want to give this to the author or whatever, a little help over there just to talk about it. So be sure to message us, we got a fan page, Millionaire Mindset Hangout, and Instagram or whatever you can find to say, hey, I've read the 4-hour work week. I have a few insights to share. We'd love to come out and feature you here the same time next week. So if there's any other books or anything you recommend, Ellen says thank you.
You're welcome, Ellen. Yes, well, my latest blog post I read. I think I did a Facebook post and sent it to our list. I had my top 10, but I have my audio book list here right now. I am listening to the Secrets of a Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. I've never read it before, but I started actually today since I was a guest in your Hangout. I thought, oh my, I haven't read it. That is weird. So it's never too late, and I'm actually almost through it. It helps you to think as a millionaire, and because it explains how success is the result of what you put into it, of how you're taking care of the roots of the tree. That is. And being able to think like a millionaire will help you to achieve, what you want and actually becoming a millionaire. So it's a really inspiring book. What I also would like to say is the book of affirmations. That is how I learned saying those affirmations daily. It's by Noah St. John, and of course Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. That was one of my first personal development books that I've read. It wasn't the easiest one because I read it in English. For me, it was difficult English, but that is like our business Bible. There's so much in it that is helpful to apply in actually business, but also in daily life. And another one I would really love to mention, that is about how the brain works. That is, I have to check. I always forget names. I apologize for that. That is the book. That is the book, the Psycho-Cybernetics by Dan Kennedy. That was such a mind opener. I've been to I have had a higher education. I studied a lot of things, but I never learned about this. And if you learn from this book how the brain works and you know how to use that knowledge, you understand that you can really, really do anything that you want. And just, yeah, it's an eye opener. I can really recommend that book as well. I won't, but I can talk until 5 hours later about all the favorite books, but I won't. I hope this is enough. Or do you want more tips
Oh yeah,
of books?
that's the basic Bible list right there, girl. That's awesome. And we've done a review, I think, on the psycho-cybernetics on one of our hangouts before. So that's why we like to, ask people and doing these reviews on these hangouts really do like get a lot of different perspectives from everybody's experience in reading it, and how it affects them in different ways, because we all have our own unique journeys to reaching that millionaire mindset. And it's so helpful that we learn from each other to help us grow in new ways that you just weren't aware of before, that will happen like that. So if there's any last thoughts, of why should people connect with us to, help them grow their millionaire mindset even more? Share any last thoughts you have, Muriel, before we leave here.
Okay, what I would like to say, I know that Alicia, you and Kesha and Valerie, you are taking care of these great hangouts, and I know that you share so much, things that will help people for their mindset. But I would always say to people, by only thinking and talking about it, you will not be able to make life-changing business results. If we're talking about business, it's great, to think big and to talk about it. But if you actually really want to change your life, you have to take action on things. And by going through trainings or being connected with the most amazing people out there, or even with great trainers, and buy every product that's out there that will help you to grow your business or to change your life, that's cool. But nothing will happen if you don't take action. And if you don't take action with the perfect vehicle that is just designed for making big change, in every way. That's why I know you have somewhere a button down below, and it gives access to a huge world that is waiting for you to learn from, to be connected to people, but also to get a business system that's in place to help you to create life-changing results. And I would want to tell people, step over your fear. I'm from the Netherlands, and Dutch people are really skeptical about new things. People were laughing at Dirk and I when we told them that we started online doing things, creating a business to be able to solve our financial setback of 300K. People were really laughing at us. People were friending us on Facebook. But who is the one who's laughing now? And I'm so proud that we just didn't care. We plugged in this system, and it's working out so well. We made new friends, we made new people, and we really have a true, honest business running. And that is what I want to share with others. It will be able to help yourself when you need a solution. But the most great thing of this is that there's so much in it. You will be able to teach others exactly the same things, because that's the secret of this business. It is designed to help others, and by teaching what you learned yourself, you will grow your own success, because all the information will stick in your mind, and you allow people to duplicate what you're doing. And that's all behind that button, behind that link you see below.
Behind
so
action.
Take action.
That's right. Thank you so much, Muriel. I learned so much on just the guts, and seeing you in action just inspires me to take more action. And those stories that you share, just the changes going it's like those cats of 9 lives, you know. You never know, you don't have another life like a cat would. You got to take action. Now, you never know, that opportunity may not be available if you missed your flight. You know, that didn't happen. So meant to be, it's going to happen just simply by taking action. So love that. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys on the next Hangout next week, talking about our 4-hour work week. See you guys there. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.